the source material, etc. But it also had all of the other shit it was meant to have at launch, like good performance on PC, and actual functional progression systems, and weapon unlocks, and meaningful class design, and more customization than you can shake a chainsaw at. Honestly, as someone who loved the core elements of Dark Tide but was frustrated by its myriad shortcomings, Space Marine 2 feels like this fucking impossible fever dream. It's like Warhammer games are not allowed to be this good. It's basically illegal. But if all this holds at release, then I'm certain that this is going to be an all-timer in the extremely patchy pantheon of Warhammer 40k games, but also just a straight-up fantastic third-person action game that's going to see a lot of new people enter the 40k fandom. The God Emperor Henry Cavill's nerd army will swell bigger than his pecs on chest day, and existing Warhammer fans are going to be very proud to see the universe they're so invested in brought to life with such love and care and scale and ambition. Utterly endless and unstoppable if it weren't for the Ultramarines, demigods purpose-bred to secure the impossible victories that mortal men could never. The rest of the settings menu is what you'd expect, though sadly no FOV adjuster. Not entirely uncommon for third-person games, but still would have been nice to see that. The game does support keyboard and mouse and controller, obviously. It works in a single.
Ben jij ook zo klaar met het
Hi and welcome back to a new video. Today AMD released the 9600X and the 9700X. We were happy to get a 9700X 8-core CPU, which we will talk about in today's video. I decided not to include any kind of Intel CPUs in my today's testing simply because Intel is currently working on the microcode update to fix their issues, which might result in a performance impact. And that means if Intel releases this in like a week or two, that means that in a week or two, those benchmark results would not be correct anymore. Are you looking for a convincing cloud provider? Then all the benchmarks were done on the same platform, same motherboard with exactly the same warranty. To get a first impression of the CPU, we just look at my system, so the 9700X, that it's made in 4nm technology. If we perform 5 Cinebench runs and take the average out of the continuing with EUW X265 benchmark, which is continuing with gaming benchmarks performed with the RTX 4090 in lower resolutions than what you would usually use, but this is pushing the system more towards the CPU bottleneck. We're starting with Remnant 2, and here it's also as expected. 7800X 3D is still a very strong CPU. If we focus on the 1% low FPS, all three 7800X 3D, 7700X, and 9700X are performing about the same. There is not really a big difference. Only on the average FPS, the X3D is about 18% faster. But if you just compare 7700X and 9700X, there's not really a big difference, neither in performance nor in the power consumption. In the quite recent Assassin's Creed Mirage, the 9700X consumes about 9 watt less than the 7700X while being about 2% faster. The performance difference to the X3D is still at 16% on average. And also the X3D consumes about 20 watt less under load. In Cyberpunk 2077 it was a little bit odd for me because the 9700X was slightly slower than the 7700X. That was quite odd. I was first like, maybe something is wrong, but then I repeated the testing 5 times, and I'm not using the in-game benchmark. I'm using my own in-game scene, which takes 5 minutes, so it's, at least in my opinion, more accurate because it's just a longer time. And I used this 5 times. So I'm talking about 25 minutes of in-game scene, compared it, did it 5 times, and it was still the same. So the 9700X on average was still a bit slower. Then I talked to some other tech media, and they basically confirmed that the CPUs are very close to each other, and depending on maybe your sample, maybe my 7700X is a little bit stronger, and my 9700X boosts maybe 25 MHz less, then it might just be this result. So in result, I had about 2 FPS lower in the 1% low, but at the same time also about 20 watt less under load. Still the 7800X 3D is dominating. Continuing with high FPS shooters, CS2 and Valorant, and I ran those with a slightly higher resolution, so 1440p and 4K, because even in that scenario with the 4090, I was CPU bottlenecked. In Valorant, I was really surprised, and I'm not sure why this is the case. Again, this was tested multiple times. I had a performance increase of 26% over the 7700X, while also consuming less power. Still, it's 19% behind the X3D. On the other hand though, if we switch to Counter-Strike 2, 1440p, I have about the same results as before, so we're talking about a 3 to 4% performance increase over the 7700X, while consuming slightly less power, but it's still far behind the 7800X 3D. After my first testing, I would say that in multi-core performance, both of the CPUs, 7700X, 9700X, perform about the same, while the new CPU, 9700X, consumes about 30 to 40% less power in multi-core, which is definitely interesting when it comes to just the raw efficiency. In gaming though, the difference is pretty small, and I would say far from being significant, especially if you take into account that most of the scenarios are quite CPU bottlenecked. I mean, you wouldn't play all the scenarios with 1080p resolution. And then we saw a performance increase of 3 to 6%, while the power draw dropped by 5 to 10 watts. And that's because the load on the CPU in gaming is simply not as high, which is just resulting in the CPU being roughly the same as the 7700X, so there's also not a big efficiency change, at least in my testing. And if we now take the pricing into account, at least here in Germany, CPU is going to cost 399 euro. That is about 50 euro more than the X3D, and it's over 100 euro more than the 7700X. At least to me, that's not really impressive, and probably nothing I would buy compared to the previous CPUs. But just let me know your comments what you think about it, especially considering or taking it into account with the pricing. At the beginning of the video, I showed you this Cinebench R23 run where you could see very low temperatures and also very low power draw. I think AMD limited the power of the CPU, the power draw, too much, which obviously makes the CPU very efficient, but doesn't really allow any kind of performance gain once the CPU is heavily stressed or is more stressed than usual. So if you go to BIOS and enable the PBO, it's getting quite interesting. So just BIOS PBO, Precision Boost Overdrive, go to this menu, set it to manual, and we will just, brute force unlimited. Obviously, you can spend more time to tweak it to make it even better, but that should be good for demonstration. In Cinebench, this changes things quite drastically. Starting with the
Nowhere to hide.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Let's finish this quickly.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Reminder, gravity rounds are dangerously unstable. Aim for the heart.
Minions have spawned.
They won't survive.
Was that your stance? I kill you. You have slain the enemy. The enemy has been slain. Those who will. An ally has been slain. You have been slain. The enemy has been slain.
Cross me. I never compromise.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Be clever and quick. Everyone's being better.
Their bones will wet my blade.
An ally has been slain.
Enjoy the taste of steel.
Enemy killing spree.
There's nowhere to hide. Let's finish this quickly.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Only fools pledge life to honor. They won't survive.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise.
Killing spree.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Shut down.
On the razor's edge.
Rampage. An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill.
There's nowhere to hide. Let's finish this quickly.
An enemy has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor. They won't survive. Don't
An enemy has been slain.
my favorite.
An ally has been slain.
Never compromise. allegiances mean nothing to me.
Killing spree. Shut down.
On the razor's edge.
Shut down.
There's nowhere to hide. Let's finish this quickly.
An ally has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor. They won't survive. Don't cross me.
I want you to stay.
I never compromise.
An ally has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Another body for the gun.
An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
On the razor's edge.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
There's nowhere to hide.
Be rewarded. Future favors the versatile.
This is no challenge. Let's finish this quickly. Only fools pledge life to honor. They won't survive. cross me.
Where I want you to be.
An ally has been slain.
Their bones will wet my blade.
An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise.
An ally has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Changed you, then you have failed.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
There's nowhere to hide.
Killing spree.
Enjoy the taste of steel.
An enemy has been slain.
This blade's my favorite. Let's finish this quickly.
Rampage.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
You have slain an enemy. Your team has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain.
They won't survive. Don't cross me.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly.
Double kill.
Reckless.
Only fools pledge life to honor. They won't survive.
An enemy has been slain.
Don't cross me. I never compromise.
An ally has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Killing spree. An ally has been slain. Double kill. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
There's nowhere to hide.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Let's finish this quickly. Only fools pledge life to honor.
Slain an enemy.
They won't survive. This is no challenge.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Enemy killing spree. Unstoppable.
Don't cross me. I never compromise.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
On the razor's edge.
Dominating.
There's nowhere to hide. Let's finish this quickly.
An ally has been slain. Legendary.
Only fools pledge life to honor. This is my favorite.
An ally has been slain.
They won't survive.
Triple kill.
I never compromise. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Legendary. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. Double kill. Ace. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
power draw, you can straight see it increase from
to influence that play, which I think makes sense. Initially, it just looked like
I need to find the best way to learn math and science.
It's brilliant.org.
As Pioshik tries to get on in there, Cuz is going to be able to grab that dragon though, and there's the bullet time. Cuz just going to flash to get himself out of the way. Deft used the last of his remaining mana. Q3 not going to connect there from Dudu, who has completely come back in this lane. He is now just completely chill.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Perfect's roam didn't work out. So he roamed towards mid, trying to influence that play, which I think makes sense. Initially, it just looked like he was going to help Pioshik and keep Cuz away. But it didn't end up working out. They didn't really get anything for it. And he still has a lead. He still had an experience. But this is the type of lane where Cassandra eventually will get to the point, if the Rumble doesn't accelerate, where he can take the beating.
Yeah.
Right, we already see the cow in Dudu's inventory. It's also Dudu. So I imagine Perfect in general. But yeah, he's going to hit better in the
4K misfortune up.
thing.
And
Thus far, I do think it's most team fight ultimate. Look, that between the and Zyra
as it was. It was as we say it, and Pioshik will be able to take away the turret, and he should be able to grab that last plate as well. And Deft getting fed is kind of just the game plan for KT most of the time. So he's going to be very happy with that one, as Dudu kind of have him perfect here where he wants him, but the equalizer comes down and he is burning, burning, burning. He does have a lot of MR, but as you can see, Rumble.
Yeah, the MR he literally has 3 different MR items, and it still doesn't matter that much. Does have a good amount of cookies, so it's going to sustain up at least effect. Free and use
for the second drag. Just feel like we're due. And whoa! Time. What do you think?
I'm hoping.
Paying attention. I regret not.
Just don't. Withstanding. Most of that does come down to that bot side turret, but there's also been a good amount of plates, just in general, taken. Mid lane also the case, as well as some pretty okay CS leads, and we might have a 5v5, but look.
I feel like nature will be grasping
Soon.
to the circle. This Rift Herald going down as Cuz's angle a little bit strange on this one. He's looking for Perfect and for Deft. Bullet time immediately comes down as Bulldog just throws Deft into the circle. We'll be able to take him down. It's a 2-for-2 trade so far though, as Bulldog just going to be ripped to shreds. BDD KT.
So much like you pointed out already, because it's angle a little weird, they don't get the objective, and they go in aggressively here onto Pioshik, but he just flashes over the wall, and they're sitting on top of an equalizer, a Zyra ultimate, and there's still a good amount of
yeah.
you know,
I honestly think like
you got the far.
He's going to and yeah, that's Dudu. That's Deft. Bulldog is going to get ultimated again, and BDD will take him down. The full bullet time into the face of this Aurora. Deal with that, as Dudu now fighting against Perfect here. You can see he's kind of liking his chances in the 1v1, but Alcove Gaming, as he's standing on the blast cone.
They need to skill Atlas pretty badly.
Perfect is just trying to waste as much time as possible.
Yeah, but Seri is going to be here. Oh, can he
Dudu has
play it?
pressed like every button that he's ever had. As he flashes, Dudu going to flash after him, but there's no dummy.
God.
He can't catch up. The circle's going to go down, but Beryl, he doesn't care about circles. The Magnus Storm comes in. BDD is now Valkyrieing forward, and Cuz going to get taken down low, but honestly, Kwandong Freaks kind of look like they're falling apart a little bit, but this is KT after a loss against Bro. Like, the law of yo-yos that KT abides by, it just, you have to listen. And they were never going to win, I guess, unless Leaper just solo kills Deft, which he probably will. Yeah, Deft's going to go down. That's inconsequential. That's not a caster curse, guys.
Yeah, no,
there's still 5,000.
That just didn't really work out, but importantly, that is a barrel.
Yeah.
You don't win. There isn't really any way to take him down. And then Perfect also just absorbs the ganks. The fact that Deft is just here next to Zeri,
yeah,
you don't win the all-in. That's unfortunately the one thing that, like,
is Deft over, not really.
Yeah.
You know? But I guess we don't really know about the Aurora factor. Did manage to get first blood, that was pretty cool.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. I think it should have been Rumble.
Yeah, barrels
should.
up to everyone, and is going to take half of his health bar, or well, almost.
I feel like Kokai's going to be
and pretty cool for both of them. Just hoping that Quandong Freaks can find their way back into this game, because it's currently about a 5,000 gold lead. That has remained stagnant for quite some time, as I've seen this play before. Bulldog just hoping that Quandong Freaks can find their way back into this game, because it's currently about a 5,000 gold lead. That has remained stagnant for quite some time, as I've seen this play before. Bulldog just going to blow him up.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn. Blood. Minions have spawned.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. There's nowhere to hide. Enjoy the taste of steel. I never compromise.
An enemy has been slain.
They won't survive. On the razor's edge. Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me. Only fools pledge life to honor. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. There's nowhere to hide. I never compromise. Their bones will wet my face. They won't survive.
An enemy has been slain.
This is no challenge. On the razor's edge. Let's finish this quickly. Pathetic. Cross.
You have slain an enemy.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. There's nowhere to hide.
An ally has been slain.
For the gutter. I never compromise. They won't survive.
An ally has been slain.
On the razor's edge. Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me.
Killing spree.
It's my favorite. Only fools pledge life to honor. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Shut down.
There's nowhere to hide.
You have slain an enemy.
I never come. On the razor's edge. Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me.
An enemy has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I never compromise. Something for your effort.
An enemy has been slain.
They won't survive. On the razor's edge.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me.
You have slain an enemy.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down. Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain.
Allegiances mean nothing to me. There's nowhere to hide.
Killing spree.
Enjoy the taste of steel.
Rampage. Slain.
Thanks for listening.
They won't survive. On the razor's edge.
An enemy has been slain.
Don't cross me.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. There's nowhere to hide.
You have been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise. They won't survive. On the razor's edge. Let's finish this.
Has been slain.
Don't cross me.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Only fools like to
You have slain an enemy. An enemy has been slain.
Art shall
An ally
blossom
has
from
been
your fear.
slain.
Face the crowd and bleed for them. I never compromise.
Not so close.
They won't survive. this quickly. Allegiances mean nothing to me. That's what I want to see.
Has been slain.
Deft is... He has been farming in the mid lane, for better or worse this game.
Mostly worse, unfortunately. Yeah.
That's a hard one to break down. I guess we'll probably get the replay and then we can try again. That was a bit of a Deft go boom type situation.
Yeah, I think Deft has really had a... Even in the Pro Series, I think he was having a tough time. I think right now, still kind of the case.
I think we can all kind of agree that BDD is currently the AD carry, and he is enough. What just happened? Perfectly honest. Let's have a look at this from Deft's perspective.
탑 2차 쪽 대체가 별로
미드 걸었어요. Okay, he's just he's like, what just happened?
Yep, not a lot of counterplay to that one. Also on a highlight, actually, because we talked about the Abyssal Mask already, Barrow also going for the, and I did have to look up the name, Synchronized Souls.
All right, we're going to have to interrupt you there momentarily. Stranglethorn's going to be full-on avoided as Yoshik is put into a circle. He's the one that's going to be assassinated this time around, and BDD chased out the Bramble Smashes there momentarily. Stranglethorn. One's going to be full-on avoided as Yoshik is put into a circle. He's the one that's going to be assassinated this time around, and BDD chased out the Bramble Smash is so good as at least the turnaround is pseudo there, but Leaper is getting certified. Beryl is going to fall down. It's a triple kill for the Zeri, and Kwandong Freaks turning this game on its head. They're looking for a Baron.
And I feel like a of KT that matters is stuck in that pit and locks them in place, and then the fact that Leech at their heart's content, and then you see, I want to take another look at this. So he uses his stealth to go in and locks them in place, and then the fact that Lieber is able to jump over the wall as well, and then there, at least they can get soul points.
His grasp is going to be deft as by Beryl. Everyone sort of lines up for it. The extent of him not really working out as they do get the ulti down. But Perpy is now looking to barbecue them. The Aurora goes down, but she does kill Deft as well as Kwandong Freaks just get full control of the pit. They
got him set insane. And
Yes, down and look on Baron. He kind of worked out, but
because it's hard and bull.
oh
And that's all he making these now. To what we've seen.
So let's just for bull like
We haven't took a little bit, but that down lead.
yeah. They is far more
Now for I think didn't see you can
and KT
go back too far. And they
so that I can just to create space. BDD coming on over, looks for Bulldog, knows that there's no ulti, but he gets caught. The Magnustorm comes in and he has to flash away. The Baron secured here by the Kwandong Freaks. They do lose.
Aaron, it's not first game jungle, which
Blows up.
comes down to does, as we have seen.
The bullet time, but this is what we were talking about before. Beryl, he goes in. They're just underneath the turret having a party. They are so tanky. As Beryl, his aftershock goes off, his will looking pretty breakable as it does wear off. And Kwandong Freaks just wandering. Finishing touches on this one. Pyoshik going down once again. This guy's
It's top side. I do think that the cannon has a decent on the enemy team because other two remaining members. Whereas right now, Kwangdong playing against KT, if they end up winning here, all the way around, we bend both to block with those back. This is textbook. As maybe a trap.
oh, doo-doo. Equalizer going down. Perfect, just gonna flash. So flash for Equalizer coming on through, and the Equalizer's cooldown is not very
Flash, but he does have his ultimate. They're gonna
and health as far as these four champions are concerned.
100%.
Yep, KT going for the Hail Mary, and you can understand exactly why. Teleport's going to come in. That ultimate still not up for Doodoo as the stun's going to come down, but the ulti is buffered from Bulldog. The ulti goes to Narnia from Pyoshik, and down goes the Corki, and so much of the damage is cuz it's just Battle Kitty tearing them apart, and Bulldog, he just went a
Let me get in there.
Live and die by the blade. razor's edge.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Let's finish this quickly. Their bones will wet my blade. Only fools pledge life to honor. Cross me. No challenge. They won't survive. There's nowhere to hide. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. I never compromise. On the razor's edge. Let's finish this quickly. Only fools pledge life to honor.
First blood. An enemy has been slain.
Don't cross me. get the taste of steel. They won't survive. There's nowhere to hide. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. I never compromise. On the razor's edge.
An ally has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly.
An ally has been slain.
Don't cross me. They won't survive. There's nowhere to hide. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. I never compromise. On the razor's edge. Let's finish this quickly. Only fools pledge life to honor. Don't cross me.
An ally has has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. Double kill.
There's nowhere to hide. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. I never compromise. On the razor's edge. Let's finish this quickly. Only fools pledge life to honor. Pathetic.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Don't cross me. They won't survive.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
There's nowhere to hide. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. I never compromise.
You have been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Razor's edge.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
11 bodies for the gun. Let's finish this quickly. Only fools pledge life to honor. Don't cross me. They won't survive. Nowhere to hide. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
I never compromise. Let's finish this quickly. Only fools pledge life to honor. Don't cross me.
The ally has been slain.
They won't survive.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
This is my favorite.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
There's nowhere to hide.
An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
never compromise. On the razor's edge.
Ally has been slain.
Let's finish this job.
Enemy double kill. Enemy triple kill. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
There's nowhere
Enemies dominating. Your team has destroyed a turret. Enemy double kill. A summoner has disconnected.
The most important lawsuit in America right now, and perhaps the free world, is Prager University versus YouTube. You might consider this a grandiose statement, especially since I'm the lead attorney for PragerU. I assure you, it's not. That's because this case is about the most fundamental freedom Americans have, freedom of speech, as enunciated in the First Amendment to the United States Constitution. All our freedoms, the very concept of freedom, springs from this right. lose it, and we're no longer free, not as individuals and not as a nation. I'm not willing to accept that. PragerU doesn't accept that, and you shouldn't either. Okay, so how did we get into this situation? A little background. PragerU is what is called a 501c3, a nonprofit educational media company. It's known primarily for its 5-minute videos. In 2016, viewers began to notice that certain PragerU videos were no longer available. YouTube had placed them on its restricted list, which prevents the videos from playing on computers using content filters to screen out violence and pornography. PragerU assumed this was simply a case of bad algorithms, but YouTube said no. Each restricted video had been reviewed by a walking, talking human. The list included such diverse titles as Are the Police Racist? By Heather McDonald, Israel's Legal Founding by Alan Dershowitz, and even a video on the 10 Commandments by Dennis Prager. YouTube deemed each one unsuitable for young people, treating these videos the same as they would, say, for ones containing pornography or excessive violence. Keep in mind, this is PragerU we're talking about, as Main Street as you can get. And that ultimately turns out to be the issue. PragerU's center-right content, many of their videos, by the way, have no political theme at all, offends YouTube sensibilities. In other words, the videos aren't being restricted to protect young people from inappropriate content. They're being restricted to protect young people from ideas YouTube disagrees with. We didn't want to sue. We tried to reach an accommodation. But when YouTube wouldn't take the offending videos off the restricted list, there are now 100 on that list, we had no other option. YouTube was infringing on our right to free speech. We filed in federal court in late 2017, and thereafter in California state court. Wait a second, you might say. YouTube, which is owned by Google, is a private company. Can't they do anything they want? The answer is yes and no. Yes, if they are a publisher. No, if they are a public forum. So what's the difference? This gets right to the nub of the matter. A publisher chooses the content that resides on its site. The New York Times is a perfect example. You can't write a story and just expect the New York Times to publish it. The Times chooses what appears on its pages or website. And if they publish a story that contains a malicious lie or violates copyright law, they can be sued. PragerU is also a publisher. It decides what material gets placed on its website. Most sites are publishers. In contrast, a public forum, which can be a physical location like the classic town square or a shopping mall, or a virtual location like a website, is a place that must allow individuals and organizations to exercise their free speech rights. YouTube is an example of a public forum. In fact, YouTube describes itself as a public forum. You make a video, YouTube hosts it, and anyone with an internet connection can watch it. Facebook is also a public forum, and so is Twitter. Here's why this is so important. A public forum under Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, a law co-sponsored by Democrats and Republicans and passed by Congress in 1996, is not subject to liability for content placed on its site. If someone posts a video about how to build a bomb or writes a threatening comment, the public forum website cannot be held legally responsible for that content. That's a good thing. It gives YouTube and other public forums the chance to host a wide variety of material, from nature videos to political diatribes, without fear of being sued. And it worked. And then it didn't. A few years ago, the social media giants, Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, started to behave not like public forums, but like publishers. They stopped following Section 230, which specifically requires that these websites promote a true diversity of political discourse, and began to judge content by their own political and social criteria. In other words, the social media giants want it both ways. They want the protections of a public forum and the editorial control of a publisher. We're fine if they're a publisher, and we're fine if they're a public forum. They just can't be both. If we win our legal action, YouTube will have to return to the way things were when they started. That's freedom. But if we lose, YouTube gets to act as a publisher while pretending to be a public forum. That would mean much less freedom, and then eventually, no freedom. Because the most powerful internet sites on Earth will
Man, these stories keep on getting better. So, do you remember how in April, Prison Architect 2 was delayed by Paradox? Now, when they did that, they said that the team was mainly trying to solve memory-based stability problems and performance issues in the game. But, technically, it had been certified on console, so you would think, grand, it'll take no time, easy. But then a week after that, the game's development team was, no longer the game's development team. That was pretty crazy. They were called Double 11. They had been working on Prison Architect 2 for years, and they were publicly replaced by their co-developer in the project called Koku. Or maybe it's Koku, that's a little bit less lewd. Of course, looking at this at the time, we thought, that's really weird, this is suspicious. How will a new team be able to take over this project and deliver it by September 3rd? Because as much as they said it's performance, it's stability stuff, that doesn't really seem like the sort of thing that means an entire new team has to come in. So it turns out those fears were right. We have went from performance stability issues to an indefinite delay. So if you wanted this game on September 3rd, you are not going to get it. And that means
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn.
Don't cross me.
Minions have spawned.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Let's finish this quickly.
First blood.
Enjoy the taste of steel. I never compromise.
The enemy has been slain.
They won't survive. There's nowhere to hide. Only fools pledge life to honor. This is no challenge. On the razor's edge. Don't cross.
An enemy has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. I never come.
Eyes unclouded.
An ally has been slain.
See your spirit.
They won't survive. There's nowhere to hide. Only fools pledge life to honor.
An ally has been slain.
Cross me. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Their bones will wet my blade.
See your spirit.
Let's finish this quickly.
Bring the looking glass.
I never compromise. They won't survive. There's nowhere to hide.
An enemy has been slain.
Pledge life to honor.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Razor's edge. Don't cross me.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Open your mind.
I never compromise.
An enemy has been slain.
They won't survive. Only fools pledge life to honor.
An ally has been slain.
This blade's my favorite. On the razor's edge. Don't cross me. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
One round to another.
An ally has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Never compromise. They won't survive. There's nowhere to hide. Fools, life to honor. the razor's edge.
Shut down.
This is no challenge.
An ally has been slain.
Don't cross me.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing.
Killing spree. Shut down. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
There's nowhere to hide.
See your skin.
Fools pledge life to honor.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Don't cross me. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An ally has been slain.
I never compromise.
An enemy has been slain.
They won't survive.
Shut down.
There's nowhere to hide.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
On the razor's edge.
You have been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Let's finish this quickly.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. Shut down. An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise. They won't survive.
Shut down.
There's nowhere to hide.
Killing spree.
Only fools.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
On the razor's edge.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Your elite.
The face of your killer is identical to mine.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a Victory!
You may as well check out Bellular.games because over there we just published our report into Stormgate's early access, as well as in another one of our publications yesterday, how a publisher collapse is actually threatening indies and Gary's Mod 2, which, well, Gary's Mod 2 is basically trying to combat Roblox, which I definitely want to see. So over in Bellular.games, the rest of my team publishes loads of content, and we're also publishing videos early there, and of course everything is a game and building a more robust release timeline. And this really is the new Paradox special. I mean, they have done this a lot of times. Their explanation for this delay, right, is that the game is built with loads of interlinking systems. So if you change one aspect, you basically have got to retest everything else. And they say that it's this that makes bug fixing, especially those performance improvements, really hard to implement fast. But they are adamant about something, and that is this game is not dead. They say, no, the game is not cancelled. And just sidebar, they'll say that because Life by You, which is really a competitor against Paralives, there's a version coming out of Korea as well,